Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? Guys, Fire Force has come to its first conclusion. Season 1 is over, and I really want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section. It was good. Goodbye. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace! What if I did that? Yo, my God. I have been dying and chopping at the bits to see Captain Burns have a reason to burn somebody. And my days, did he burn with some ridiculous passion. I think this is probably one of the most things that I look forward to, a show that not only knows it has a character that audiences around the world will probably want to know about, but they also play with your emotion. They play with your thoughts. They play with everything that you think you're about to get, and then they're like, nah, you ain't getting that. You ain't getting that yet. So we learn very, very quickly and abundantly why, oh why, Mr. Burns is acting the way he was from RIP. And that's because he thought, maybe if I just don't act like this kid, is gonna grow up and become some powerful person. Which, mind you, he knew of the burst, right? He even knew of the burst. So that's my little bit of knowledge for you, my anime people, in the sense of, think about that. He knew of the link and the burst, and somehow his eye has a somewhat of a connection, you can say. Like, once it happened, he triggered his eye, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't, sorry, he didn't trigger it. His eye triggers when it is seemingly involved in it. Not only that, his eye took forever to stop burning when the mother and everything happened in, the second episode. But the episode 23, I want to say it was going to be dope if he got his brother back, but I think this was a smarter play. I think everybody is going to feel that. I mean, you might not have wanted him back or whatever, so there's more conflict, but that's my point. I wanted him back because I wanted my main character to be happy. I wanted him to be in a position where maybe he can make some attacks up with his brother to help save the world that they think is about to come to an end, right? No. We find out his brother is really, really powerful, which makes sense, but there had to have been somebody else, right? Oops. There had to have been somebody who can could even make the brother seem like he's a calming thing compared. And this little girl that we meet this week is a devil. My God. Not only is she like pretty much holding her own and soloing, she starts soloing the whole entire 8th unit, just letting them try everything they can. And she's like, oh wow, she's like, yeah, yeah, you guys are really doing something. Okay, all right, and we're done here. Like, she was about to just rush them down and absolutely try to take them out, but couldn't because of just, the reselment, the relentless push that the 8th can put excuse me, the 8th can put on. And because of that, they are a force to be reckoned with, 100%. I think every single time we see someone in their unit, they're just getting better and better. And like Burns, who at this moment of 12 years ago has grown exponentially different looking and maybe stronger or weaker, right? Like, that's kind of the thing that makes me want to just like go into the future in my mind and just start thinking, because as a person who knows there's more coming, and including there was an announcement for season 2. It's already been confirmed. And like I said, I'm doing both episodes in this one review, so bear in there with me. I do apologize for a longer video. I just didn't want to drop 2 videos for each episode and seem like I needed to, space them out. I think if I put it all in one, that I just want you to get the information as quickly as possible and have an awesome day, right? Like, I ain't got time to be baiting you out to hear my other opinions for another day or something like that. But with all that being said, I really do think this was a good play on Fire Force's part to take the brother out of the situation. Not only that, show us what's truly threatening and disturbing about the team of people that the brother is, kind of being held upon. And then not only that, he's put in such a compromising spot to start to learn about the past, to start learning about these things, which when you go to the next week's episode and it's called Burn the Past, that is a powerful powerful saying and a phrase for our kid brother, right? Like, what more better line to tell a kid like him than when he's a baby and still growing up, that any memories you have, burn them. In this world anyway, like, for us, it'll be like, how do I burn it away? It's in my head. You want me to burn my own eyeballs and stuff? Which, we're going to talk about some eyeballs burning pretty soon. That was jacked up. We are just so blessed when it came down to this week's episode's animation, and straight into, well, both of these episodes were phenomenal. I was going to say one of them were a different week because I'm just in the moment. I'm sorry. We truly do know how powerful we're going to be seeing, like, the main character have to reach. There's a new level that has been pretty much shown, and if he can't reach that level, there's what hope does he have if he can't beat one captain that might be able to be beaten by the girl who can straight up control Infernos, control the younger brother, cut off his link to the power that he has himself. Cut off the link. What does that even mean? In the grand scheme of, how does she have something that if I was attached to it or if I was using it, I overpower you. I'm better than you. I am stronger than you. I'm everything that I need to be at the moment. But because you severed that link, I only have the ability to pretty much move around and fight like a normal human, right? So these are the things that really jumped out at me. I'm like, wait, so if that link could be severed, that means, he won't, maybe he could start thinking. That's the link to me also was their way of saying, hey, this is our way of telling you, if he does maybe have this link severed, he will have a much higher chance of not having anybody be in control of his mind as a whole, right? Like, if he makes any decisions, it's his own decisions, and after that starts to become a thing, he might become better or he might become worse, whatever the case. But at the end of the day, that link sounded like a little bit more than, just a way for him to be controlled. It also sounded like a way for him to be freed of being so stuck in that area of his mind, because every time he did something, it felt like he was there in his link world, his severed, which he actually tried to attack this week. Like, he actually tried to attack this woman from getting to his brother, which I think with the whole link thing, I think she cut the link and she's the reason why he got stabbed in the chest, right? So these are the things that really, really made this week's episode, like, pretty fun for me to watch. Not only that, there's not many characters I really care about when it comes down to them keeping them all alive. Like, I can already, it feels like it's already one of those shows where they're all gonna live type of deal, but I'm not gonna jump to that conclusion just yet, until maybe, I mean, come on, this guy had a sword through him, got to ride over the way to the hospital, but we saw him break. He went to light speed and broke himself down and repaired himself, okay? I don't think a little I don't think a little thing like this was gonna slow him down, or actually be the end all be all of them. And that's the thing about these shows too, is imagine if that was Arthur, right? It would be a little bit more scary because Arthur's not the person who has the burst. Arthur's not the person who still needs to save his brother and figure out all the stuff that, maybe can still help and change that situation. You know what I mean? So that's what really kind of urged me to be like, hey, all of this stuff is good and all, but at the same time, there's only so far they can go, um, because certain characters just shouldn't fall yet, right? But when you start doing it, when you start doing stuff to other characters who don't have as much, whole, like for instance, the girl on our team that always just says Latum, like, well, that's her only job is to do that. You know what I mean? Like, unless you can fully explain to me what else she does besides bless the moment of them being sent away, and uh, that's about it. You know what I mean? And being there and for moral support. Does she heal? Does she heal? I'm genuinely curious now that I'm thinking about. I watched 24 episodes and I couldn't tell you remotely one thing she should be there for in every mission and why. Because it's just like that, right? Um, those are the glaring things in the show that I didn't really care for. Like, that was just kind of there, and I just was like, eh. But you also got to remember, I'm somebody who kind of is critical because it's all just my opinion. I don't have to hold back anything for anyone's reason. I'm not sponsored or anything like that. So it's like, why not just say what I'm feeling at the moment? And if it changes and someone asks me in the comments how I'm feeling, and it's a different day, I might tell you something completely different than I did in the video because I had time to think about it. This is my raw reaction to this. But at the end of the day, seeing the old man Burns go against our main character and really tell him about his mother and his younger brother and how it all went down, that crap is crazy. So he pretty much just wanted to see what the resolve of him pushing so far would look like. What is it gonna take for you to push yourself hard enough and far enough to beat me right now? What are you willing to do after just being, completely in a fight and losing your brother, mind you? He lost his brother that he just got to find. And now all of a sudden he's got to fight the person who supposedly saved him as well. Like, this is the way this guy is thinking at this moment on a kid, and it kind of just puts into perspective what type of man he is when it comes down to these heated types of talks. Mind you, he's the one who showed up here to talk to him. It's not the other way around. It's not like he's like, hey, I just found my brother and I think you know something, like I came here before. No, he came to him. Like, he's like, okay, well, I have information, but fight me. Like, bruh, he's so hard-headed, man. So I really do think we're about to get some hype stuff out of this character when it comes down to whatever he needs to pop off. The animation for him was absolutely disgustingly good. My God, my anime people. Imagine the whole entire show looking like that every single day. I get goosebumps just thinking about it. Nah, but it was absolutely well done. The story is going to be crazy in season 2. I actually saw some people saying, as long I hope season 2 is better than season 1. It's like, don't we all? Wait, what? So when you watch Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Bleach, Hunter x Hunter, all these different things, and you saw that one arc came to an end, and you're like, huh, I hope it's not better than the next. I hope everything next we see is worse. Like, what kind of people really are out there in the anime community really kind of kills me. And those are the people that are either subscribed to me to dislike my videos, or they don't subscribe but somehow they find my videos all the time and want to just talk trash, and I don't give them any attention. You guys can say all you want. I'll be honest with you, say something, and I'm not gonna engage with you because that's pointless to me and it gets us nowhere. So to know that there's going to be people trying to troll you everywhere you go and everything you say, just shrug it off, and they hate that even more, I feel like. So, I mean, secret from me to you. But overall, I really, really loved the way Burns is kind of being a idiot about raising a child that isn't even supposedly his, right? You know, like this is a kid that wanted only revenge for his mother and brother that you told him were gone with a straight face instead of just telling him they got away, which in hindsight, they're practically are dead. It's a baby and a woman that had demon horns, and we've seen how powerful demon horn infernos are. So, with that being said, it's obvious with how ridiculously weird this is all getting. Her eyes burned just from looking at the thing that was behind her brother, the same thing that our main characters stared at time and time again the whole time, so he could practically stare into the sun and not get burned. So take that as you will, and I will definitely be talking to you guys very soon. 2 episodes. I apologize for if this is really long or if isn't long enough. Definitely hit me up in the comments if you have anything else to say or predictions for season 2. We're going to be getting some hype stuff. I can already tell you that. Not only are we going to get some hype stuff, look forward to new shows popping up over the Haranda, and maybe stealing the spotlight in some animational aspects, because everything that these studios are doing right now with animation, it's like someone said, "Hey, we got a show, and you got a show too? Okay, let's see who can make the better animated parts, of the episodes." Like we're gonna choose one day to just show off and destroy each other, and whoever has the better animation wins. And there's a lot of shows that did that, and most of them just came to ends. So let me know what you guys think of some of the great animation shows that we got this end of this year or anything this year. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I'm looking forward to hearing from all of you, hearing what you loved, what you hated, or what you just downright want to see in Fire Force Season 2. So with all that being said, take care, everyone. I hope your holidays was good, and I hope your New Year's is even better. So with all that being said, have an awesome one, and peace.